Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello Miss Ira, I'm Evin Rivana, NIM 201217848 from accounting class. This time I will explain about active and passive voice. I'm sure that Miss Ira already understand better than me, but I will to try explain again about this active and passive voice. Here, I will explain how to use active and passive voice and what are the difference. Okay, I will start with active voice first, starting with its use, formula, and examples of active voice sentence. Active voice sentence is a sentence where the subject performs an action and is used in everyday conversation because of its simple structure so that it is easy to understand. Now, the formula for active voice is subject plus verb plus object. Subject here, what is mean is a person or a thing takes action, while the verb is verb or action performed by the subject. Object is the receiver of the action performed by the subject. Yes, that is the basis of the active voice formula. Let's go straight to the example sentence. The first example sentence is Tanya cooks dinner. The example of this first sentence, when viewed from the structure, is the simple present tense. In simple present tense, using to be, is, am, are, and for the verb add s or es if the subject is he, she, or it. Okay, the next example is Bagus wrote a novel. This sentence is included in the past tense. The science uses verb to. The third example sentence is We have been cleaned the beach. This third sentence includes the past perfect sentence because used to be, had been or have been, and use verb 3. And the last example is Miss Ira will explain this material. This sentence is a future sentence because it used to be will and use verb 1. That was examples for active voice. Let's just go to the discussion about passive voice. Passive voice sentences are sentences where the subject is the recipient of an action or suffer something. And for the formula is object plus to be plus verb 3 plus by and plus subject. Keep in mind that in passive voice, verb 3 is absolute. So, if you want to change the active voice to passive voice, you have to change verb 2 verb 3. And to be is conditional in the sense that it will follow the tense used in both the active voice and passive voice. If you use present tense, you must use to be, is, am, or are. If you use past tense, you must use to be, was, or were. If you use past perfect tense, you must use to be, had been, or have been. And the last, if you use future tense, you must use to be, will. Let's go straight to the example sentence. Let's just change the example of the active voice sentence to passive voice sentence. From Tanya cooks dinner becomes dinner is cooked by Tanya. From Bagus wrote a novel becomes a novel was written by Bagus. From we have been cleaned the beach becomes the beach had been cleaned by us. From Miss Ira will explain the material becomes the material will explained by Miss Ira. If you pay attention, there is no change in the tense from active voice to passive voice. How can you find out? Well, it can be seen from the use of to be in passive voice. I think that's enough explanation from me. I'm sorry if there are still mistakes. Thank you Miss Ira for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.